Alrighty, our next review is yet another sequel, and it's yet another game about killing people. And this one I'm actually quite looking forward to because it's got a multiplayer that I didn't think was possible. So please get ready for the review of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Please be good. Assassin's Creed 2, whilst fun and improved upon the original, was a very flawed game in my opinion. Controls were confusing, the combat had no flow to it, and it really didn't allow me to be the assassin that I wanted to be. But now, below and behold, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is here, and with it, it brings a bigger map, more variety, and a very interesting multiplayer. So, can this be the title to finally make me feel like that smooth killer? You betcha! Brotherhood is very similar to Assassin's Creed 2, yet with little improvements and touches on everything. Ezio is back and it continues right after the events of AC2. Just as he thinks he's destroyed the Borgia, another villain, Caesar Borgia, Rodrigo's son, pops up. And this time, Rome is the playground. Plot-wise, it's much the same, yet I felt the characters in the story was better developed here. Freedom is amazing again, as Ezio has a bunch more moves to move around the city faster. The NPCs and the atmosphere in the game also seems better, and a little tinkering with the controls make this the smoothest Assassin's Creed yet. Not to mention, Rome is huge, and the story is a good 15 hours long. It's just a shame that there's not much difficulty to the game, and thus, it's a little less challenging.
My battles have already been won.
That is good news. Arrivederci, Ezio.
Like seeing your child being brought into the world, Brotherhood oozes gorgeous graphics, especially on the PS3. Characters, animations, explosions and detail has all been given a nice gloss and looks fantastic. Italy is swimming in colour, from a Tuscan sun to dirty, dusky streets, and your involvement and improvement in the city really does make a change. Textures on faces and lip syncing hasn't been as good since Uncharted 2, although I still don't like the way how Ezio walks upstairs and the horses can seem a bit out of place. But this doesn't overthrow the spectacle that is Rome. And even the cutscenes, I felt they were better directed this time round. Like many other similarities in AC2, Just Be Kids' wonderful soundtrack is back again with more great themes to encourage suspense in chase scenes, a sense of wonder in the cutscenes, or just the Italian culture, and it really helps set the dark and stylish tone for the game. Voice acting is brilliant, especially with those little touches of Italian flair, and improvements have been made everywhere.
Not do you any good.
Very funny. Now fix the second cannon.
You start off with all the abilities you gained in AC2, which was a lot considering you were jumping, climbing, stabbing, swimming, hiding and upgrading things. Now these have all been improved in some way. Missions are more diverse than just follow this guy and killing him, and now you're tasked with taking out Borgia towers to free up elements like shops and certain things in the city. Platforming elements are back, and the combat system was given a much needed speed where you'll gain momentum in kills, countering and kicking, and it's so much more enjoyable to watch, and it really does make you feel like the ultimate assassin. You can also train up NPCs as assassins to help you in your mission, so you can send them to locations to better their skills. It's relatively simple. The thing is that it's so easy, this game, that it's not really necessary. It seems more like a choice in this game. There's a lot more to do in the city, exploring wise, and you can exit to Desmond at any time, replay missions to achieve full synchronization, or just upgrade stores. It's the most immersive and deepest Assassin's Creed to date. Then there's the multiplayer, and wow, this is interesting. You can control a character that must eliminate another, whilst at the same time you're being hunted, and you get more points for being more stealthier. The XP system is great and the levels are fantastic, but just the feeling that you're being hunted, or it's that satisfying feeling when you sneak up on your target, is priceless. This has to be one of the most innovative, original and enjoyable online experiences I've ever had. While I know that this is yet another sequel to add just mere improvements upon the predecessor, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is one that was well warranted. There may be small additions and little touches, but I think it's something that further enhances the gameplay, and it's the game that Assassin's Creed 2 should have been. It runs a lot smoother, the gameplay is huge and expansive, and there's a multiplayer which is simply fantastic. Sure, there's some little flaws, like it's a little easy, and the story's not too much, but I think it really puts you more in the shoes of the assassin, and I'm going to say that this is fantastic, and easy game contender for the year. I give it a 9.35 out of 10. Point 1.